Most investors don't fail because they're stupid. They fail because they buy great stories at terrible prices. And right now, in 2025, the market is full of stories. AI stories, tech stories. This time is different stories. But what happens when everything looks expensive, and the best opportunities are hiding in stocks nobody wants to touch? That's exactly what we're uncovering today. In this video, you're going to learn why stocks falling does not automatically mean they're cheap, how to think like a real value investor when markets are near all-time highs, and how three beaten-down companies, Crocs, JD.com, and Oracle, could offer very different risk-reward profiles depending on price, cash flow, and long-term execution. By the end of this video, you won't just know which stocks look undervalued. You'll understand how to evaluate any stock when fear, hype, or uncertainty dominates the headlines. This isn't about quick trades. This is about long-term thinking, valuation, discipline, and probability. Let's get into it. Why value is hard to find right now. 2025 has been a strange year for investors. Markets are strong. Indexes are pushing toward record levels. AI and large-cap tech dominate the conversation. And when prices go up for long enough, something dangerous happens. People stop asking, "What is this worth?" and start asking, "What can I sell this for later?" That's not investing. That's speculation. Real investing is about buying future cash flows for less than they're worth today. And when markets are euphoric, those opportunities don't disappear. They just move to uncomfortable places. That's where today's companies come in. Company number 1, Crocs, the business people love to hate. Let's start with a company that gets mocked constantly. Crocs? Yes. The shoes everyone loves to hate. But while the jokes keep coming, Crocs has quietly built one of the most profitable footwear businesses in the world. Their gross margins sit near 59%. That means for every dollar of revenue, almost 60 cents is gross profit. That's not normal in retail, that's exceptional. So why is the stock struggling? The biggest issue has been the Hey Dude acquisition. Crocs bought Hey Dude to diversify its brand and expand its customer base. But instead, Hey Dude's revenue recently dropped over 20%, dragging sentiment down hard. Investors saw slowing growth, rising debt, and panicked. But here's where you have to separate business quality from stock price emotion. Despite the problems, Crocs still generates hundreds of millions in free cash flow. The company is aggressively paying down debt, and it's buying back shares, and buybacks matter, but only at the right price. Buying back expensive stock destroys value. Buying back cheap stock creates value. Now here's the most important mindset shift. A declining business can still be a great investment if the price is low enough. Imagine a company generates $700 million in free cash flow this year, then $600 million, then $500 million, then $300 million, and then eventually goes to zero. That's still billions of dollars in cash collected along the way. So the question isn't, is Crocs growing forever? The real question is, what price makes this cash flow stream attractive? At today's levels, Crocs trades at a single-digit multiple of free cash flow, not earnings. And that distinction matters because recent earnings weakness was driven by non-cash accounting write-downs, not collapsing cash generation. Crocs is not risk-free, but it's a classic example of a stock where fear may be louder than fundamentals. Company number 2, JD.com. When geography scares, capital AWAY. Now let's talk about a company many investors refuse to even consider, JD.com. JD is one of the largest e-commerce platforms in China. But more importantly, it owns its logistics infrastructure, warehouses, delivery fleets, and fulfillment systems. That's expensive, but it's also a moat. This is the same strategy Amazon used to dominate e-commerce in the US. So why has JD been crushed? Because it operates in China. Regulatory pressure, economic slowdown, geopolitical risk, delisting fears. The stock is down more than 75% from its highs. And for some investors, that alone ends the conversation. But here's the only question that actually matters. Do you believe China will be more economically advanced 20 years from now than it was 20 years ago? If your answer is no, don't invest. If you don't understand the risks, stay away. That's discipline. But if you believe China will continue to develop, then JD becomes very interesting. The company trades at single-digit earnings multiples, pays a meaningful dividend, has generated billions in free cash flow over time. Margins are thin. That's normal for scale businesses. But cash flow has trended upward long-term. JD doesn't need perfect conditions to win. It just needs reality to be less bad than current expectations. And when expectations are extremely low, upside comes from normalization, not perfection. Company number 3, Oracle. Not cheap, but not dead either. Now, let's shift gears. Oracle. This isn't a beaten-down stock like Crocs or JD, but it's widely misunderstood. Oracle has quietly transformed from a legacy software company into a cloud and AI infrastructure provider. Recent revenue growth of 14% for a company this size is impressive. Cloud infrastructure revenue has surged as enterprises demand AI-ready platforms. But here's the concern. Oracle has spent tens of billions of dollars on capital expenditures. That has crushed free cash flow in the short term. And many investors panic when free cash flow drops. But here's the key distinction. Operating cash flow is rising, free cash flow is down because Oracle is reinvesting heavily. That's not decay. That's a strategic gamble. The real risk is not spending, the risk is whether that spending earns a return. Oracle today is not obviously cheap, but it's also not wildly overvalued if execution is strong. This is a stock where fundamentals must grow into the valuation, not one where valuation alone protects you. Here's the truth. Most investors never fully accept. The best opportunities feel uncomfortable. They don't come when confidence is high. They come when narratives are broken, sentiment is poor, and uncertainty dominates. Value investing isn't about being early to hype. If you found this breakdown valuable and want more deep, rational investing analysis like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and keeps you updated on future videos. Now, I want to hear from you. Out of CrocsJD.com and Oracle, which one do you think offers the best long-term risk-reward, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's about being patient when others panic and disciplined when others chase. Price matters more than stories. Cash flow matters more than headlines. And once you truly understand that, market volatility stops being scary and starts becoming useful.